Matti, welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, how would you describe how preseason's going with obviously a lot of new faces and new roles for people?
Yeah, well, like you said, a lot of new players are in the team. Also, new things we've focused on this preseason compared to last year. So I think we all, also us who were here last year, there's a lot of new things for us to understand and learn about the game and tactics and everything. So I think we've had a good preseason so far, and there's been a lot of new stuff for us all. And yeah, I think let's see. Well, let's see how the season starts. But yeah, so far everything's been good and so on.
What has changed, do you think, since
Uh,
last year?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Troy wants me to speak about the tactics and everything. So I will just say that we've focused on different things than we've done last year, and I don't want to talk too much, otherwise they will be angry at me maybe. So.
In general, defending has been an emphasis because of the number of goals conceded last year.
Yeah.
Do you sense with not just the guys coming back, but with the new players, there's a better foundation or better bond defensively?
To be honest, I feel like it's quite early to say, because after all, we're only in preseason and we haven't played a single meaningful game. But I would say so. I would say so because just as the feeling I've had so far. But yeah, to be honest, it's quite early to say anything on that.
And for you were hurt in October, is that right?
Yeah.
With the national team?
Yeah.
And was it in a match?
Yeah, it was, in a game.
Yeah. And then what was that injury like for you?
Yeah, so I tore my hamstring. It was the last national team camp after the season. And pretty much the whole off season I went for me rehabbing my hamstring and doing stuff I was able to do. And yeah, it wasn't an off season I was looking for, but I guess there's a lot of good things also that comes with injuries and setbacks in general. So now I'm feeling good, not maybe 100% yet, but we'll get there soon. So yeah.
Where do you think you are, like 90 or?
I would just say I'm able to play, so that's where I am at the moment.
Yeah, good. All right, Sam.
Thanks, Matti. Next, we'll go to Dave Johnson.
Hey, Matti, just how do you feel going into another year? This is you've had a full year with the club. I imagine mentally for you, there's more confidence, or how do you describe those emotions?
Yeah, I feel like, first of all, I'm excited. I feel like last year, for me personally, and also for the team, things didn't go as things didn't go well. Things didn't go like we wished they would. So I feel like it's a great moment for me and for the team to prove ourselves. I think I'm in a similar spot as many other players, maybe even coaches and GM, like the whole organization. Like we're in a spot, like I feel like all of us has things we wanna show. Like, okay, we haven't been great last year, so I would say we are really hungry in that sense, that we wanna prove a point and maybe show ourselves and show the level we can be.
You mentioned that, and Troy mentioned that he feels like it's been better defensively in preseason. Would you agree with that, or you sense that, or is it communication better? Is it familiarity, or what leads you to be more confident on defense, which is important?
Wow. Like I just said, I think it's quite early to say if I think we are for sure taking steps forward in defensive phase of the game and all that, but I think it's quite hard at least for me to analyze it. Maybe the coaches, they know better, so they know how we've improved in that area. But personally, I feel I don't know really. I want to see how things go when the season starts, and I really hope and I expect things to go well because we've worked on those things.
I guess that's what I was saying. The focal point is you gave up too many goals at the wrong time last season, and that's got to be the area to clean up.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
I'm always good at stating the obvious. Bruce, I'll let you take over.
Hey, Matti, how are you? How's your off season been, buddy? You been good?
Really good, thank you. How are you?
Good, I'm great. We talked to a few guys on this kind of podcast we do just to get people interested in the season again, get ready for the season. And to a guy, they talked about the fitness, and the fitness has been like a lot more than it has been. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because obviously fitness is, when all things are equal and everyone can jump and run, and fitness at the end of a game is a mental, it's a really tough, you see that guy who's not even trying to breathe. I mean, you're dying, that's pretty hard to deal with. So can you talk about this emphasis on fitness and how it's going to work as far as the pattern of play, what you guys are trying to accomplish on the field?
Yeah, so after last season, the message was quite clear from the new head of performance, Dave Rhodes, and I think what they wanted to tell us was that basically we didn't run enough and we didn't have enough high-speed running, and that was something that when they made the off-season programs for all of us, I think that was something that they really wanted us to focus on, and the trainings we did there was to make sure that we are able to, first of all, be fit in the season, but also be fit for the preseason. Because now in the preseason we've run a lot, we've hit a lot of big amount of high speed running and all this stuff. So I think that's clearly something that even I've felt like, okay, now this is something we've focused on quite a lot. So I would say, when and if we can see that works for us in the games, we feel fitter and we can run more, especially like you said, the ends, like the last maybe 15-20 minutes of the games when you're not maybe gassed out and you still have energy. I think that's something that will for sure benefit us in that. But also in the recovery phase, I think it's really important. If you're fit and you're able to run a lot, then the recovery also goes faster. At least that's what they've been telling us. So I hope that's true.
And another quick one from me is there's a lot of change, a lot of turnover, and it's a very exciting time as a player when you got to prove yourself to your new teammates, and they have to prove themselves to you. You have to work together. You have to go watch a movie together. You have to eat dinner together. How's it going down there? How is that part of the equation working out?
Really, really well. All the new guys that have come to the team, they are really nice lads. I think I also like the fact that because there was many Latino players who left, we got a couple new ones. So Gabby doesn't feel too lonely here, so he also has someone to speak to. But yeah, in general, I feel like the new guys have come to the team really well. They've been from the start. They feel like they have their own role, and I just feel like the whole dynamics with all the players work well. So there's nothing to complain in that sense.
Great. Good luck. Safe travels home.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce. Next we'll go to Donald Juan.
Thank you. Hey, Matti, I just have one question for you. You mentioned that with the injury you had late last year that kind of limited you in the off season. And those are always frustrating. You have to recover from injury and work your way back slowly, maybe slower than you would like. What did you do to kind of stay grounded and really stay focused on your recovery and kind of take some of the stress away from that part of the off season?
You mean what I did outside soccer, or what?
Yeah, or just what did you turn to, I guess, to kind of keep yourself, keep your wits about you as you maneuvered your recovery?
Yeah, well, to be honest, my off-season time was fantastic. I loved spending time with my family in Finland. I was there for most of the off-season, and even though I had this injury, I think that I spent probably double the time to like recover from the injury than what I would had like done if I would be like fit and no injuries or whatsoever. Because yeah, usually injuries you need to spend more time with them and you need to train maybe something different, and that's what I did quite a lot during the off season. But overall the whole off season was great. When I came back here to US, I felt like, man, I had like good off season. I like mentally was important to get away for a while. So now that when the season starts, you feel like refreshed and you feel like you're energized and you're just looking forward to get the games going and all this stuff.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Don. Next, we'll go to Diego Reyes.
Hey, Matti. I just have a quick question about like off the field or on the field something, because you're gonna have to wear the new kit. So I'd at least ask what your thoughts are of the new kit that DC United just announced earlier today.
I think it's really nice. I know already a couple of my friends back in Finland have texted me that, okay, we want to have this kit also, that this looks really fire and everything. And I personally I like it a lot. So yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Diego. Next, we'll go to Dennis Gomez for the last one.
Thank you, Sam. Hey, Matti, just quick question here. How do you feel you've grown in the league since you arrived, and what are your aspirations individually and collectively?
Yeah. What do I think I've grown? I think the most important thing when I think about myself, like comparing last year to this year, is like, obviously now I know what to expect. I've been in the league for 1 year, so nothing is like new anymore. But the big thing is like, to be honest, when I look at myself last year, I'm not saying I wasted a year, but after all, as a young player, every year you want to develop, you want to get better, you want to take big steps forward as a player. And I feel like this year, let's say like this, if I'm not going to be able to take big steps forward this year, then I'm looking at the mirror like big time. It's everything about the stuff that I'm able to do and so on. So maybe it's better that I don't speak too much about it, and I will just try to do my best on the field and show you guys. But yeah, and as a team, sorry, can you repeat the question? Sometimes I just talk too much and then I forget what you even asked.
Yeah, so my question was related to like collectively, what are your guys' goals? For example, try to make the playoffs, try to make as far as you can on the Open Cup.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. First of all, make the playoffs, and we know once we make the playoffs, pretty much everything can happen. So I would say first make the playoffs, then we see who we're facing, and one by one we try to eliminate the opponents we play there. Open Cup, obviously it's a cup competition, so I think it's a great opportunity for us also there to try to win a trophy. I think those are the two main goals for us as a team this year.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Masa. Thank you, everyone.
Actually, Sam, can I just ask one more?
Yes, absolutely, Dave.
I just wanted to check on this. Again, we checked in on about this last year. Finland is supposed to be the happiest country in the world. So I just want to make sure, is that still, because you spent some time there in the off-season, it's still the happiest country?
Yeah, we are. Don't worry. We're the happiest country still. So everything is as it should be.
I just want to make sure.
Excellent. Hey, thank you guys all.